Wife support. Wife support. Welcome to Wife Support.
Hi, I'm Kaycee Conlee, comedian, wife, and the one who's always cold.
And I'm Amanda Conlee, nonprofit exec, wife, and the one who is a human space heater.
Amen to that. And this is Wife Support, a podcast about queer marriage, grown-up gay life, and all the messy, magical stuff in between. Thanks for listening. We're so glad you're here. And be sure to follow me on Instagram for polls, clips, and exclusive Wife Support content.
Once again, I say, is it exclusive?
You have to say it like that. Is it inclusive? I'm at Kaycee Conlee on all the socials, but Instagram is where I post all the good stuff. So please give me a follow. And we're diving right in. Today we're going to talk about household quirks. But
Wait, don't we have to report on last week's
we do.
What's Gayer?
We do have to do that. And also I would like a little dilly-dally, just a tiny dilly-dally if you're up for it.
We can dilly-dally.
Okay. Well, last week's What's Gayer, do you remember what it was? It was...
You didn't write it down. It's not in the rundown.
It's not in the rundown, but it was... what was it? Hold on, I can remember. Flying cross-country to spend 36 hours together or falling asleep on FaceTime.
Right. Which
Does that
one?
ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't actually...
Kaycee!
I don't remember. I think it was the flying.
Okay.
But you know what? There was a lot. I do remember a lot of comments that people were like, neither of these are gay. Like, it's just sweet. Somebody wrote,
I would agree with that. Because
somebody-
even when we did it last week, when we recorded it, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody just was like, it's not like gay, it's just sweet. And I was like, I guess that's valid.
It's sentimental.
Yeah. But there you have it. So it was just a tie. It was a argument of what's sweeter, maybe? Which
Okay.
I, by the way, like the idea of like what's more gay being like more tender. That we're redefining gay.
Okay.
You don't support this at all.
It's fine.
Anyway, yeah, so we had to catch up on that. There was another thing I wanted to I guess it's for later. You're leading What's Gayer this week, as promised.
Yay.
And that means it's actually not called What's Gayer.
It's not. We will get there. It's blacked out on your rundown.
I know. You did a good job.
Hey, did you get any fun comments from the childhood video that you posted?
Oh, I got so many great comments. Yeah. And not any of them were like you heckling me for almost crying.
I mean, it was silly.
They were all, a lot of
Mostly
people
because you'd seen it before.
I know, but like retelling, I mean, even the thought of it, the thought of it chokes me up. Okay. I can't help it.
Did you get any fun comments that you want to share?
We got a ton of comments. Nothing that like stands out in my memory, but a lot of like, this is so sweet, or you guys are adorable, or, It was very comment heavy, which made me very happy.
Everybody I showed it to was like, Amanda, you look the exact same.
Well, that's valid.
And I was like, well.
Yeah, and I don't even know if you really see me. I like kind of fly through, so.
Yeah, I mean, you see your face like at the very end. I love I think you cut it too much. I think you cut it in the actual at the end. But you hear my dad come in, Field's over here, girls.
Yeah.
You're like,
it's like
okay, JD.
Yeah, there is a moment where JD, who is our coach, chimes in, and I did cut that out.
Yeah.
Because it ruins it.
It does.
It's funny, but it ruins the sentimentality of what I'm trying to point out. Although it's reality. So that's fine.
It's a very JD Conlee-ism also.
Yes. Very fair. So that was good. And then we have another really fun news to report in our Dilly Dally segment.
Yes, we do.
Do you want to do it?
No, go ahead.
We're going to Italy!
Whoop, Finn got excited.
We're going to Italy. We talked about it last week that like all the pieces had to fall into place. And sure enough, they have. And we're leaving, and we leave in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday?
2 weeks from yesterday.
2 weeks, we're going to Italy. And we're going to Italy for 2 weeks.
Yep. Almost. 13 days.
Yeah, and Amanda has planned her little fanny off.
Had to go into go mode.
Yes. We were just talking about it yesterday because she finally, I'll say you finished the itinerary.
Yes.
That means all of our flights, hotels, trains, lots of tours and activities. Everything that we're going to book is booked.
Yeah, because like it's not one of those trips where you can just like show up and wing it for everything. Like we do have plenty of those kinds of days built in, but like I'm sorry, if you want to go see the Colosseum, you probably need to plan ahead just a little bit.
You need a ticket. You need to not get stuck in the line. Excuse me, the queue.
In the queue.
Although that's more British than Italian. What's line in Italian, babe?
Duolingo has not yet covered that.
Yes, Amanda has. We're not sponsored, but we could be. But Amanda has been taking the Duolingo Italian lessons.
Yeah, for
Crash course.
For anybody who maybe knows me but doesn't know this about me, I actually was fluent in Italian at one point in my life because I kind of grew up hearing it at home, but then took it all the way through college, and so like knew it really well, and then I haven't used it in 20 years. So
Yeah, it'll disappear on you real quick. But I have been laying next to you while you play Duolingo and trying to pick up little things here and there. Because I'm like, I just want to, I mean, you being able to do it is fine. But I want to be able to order like gelato, espresso, and ask where the restroom is.
yeah,
Those
which
will be-
I think you've got those now.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah.
because we did that whole like section on how to order in a cafe.
Yeah, so I think it'll be another thing though when I'm faced with like a person who could rattle off some crazy Italian at me and
Well, so like you ask for your thing, and then if they speak back to you in Italian, you just say like non capisco, which is I don't understand.
Okay.
And then they'll switch to English.
yeah, okay. So but I do want to show the effort. Like I want to be able to say those few things and like try. So yeah, but I know it'll also sound probably silly. I mean, even just like going through the itinerary you put when I'm like trying to read the names of places we're going, and I'm like, this is not good. But I'm really excited. I can't wait.
It's gonna be so fun. I cannot wait to take you to Italy.
And you also pointed out, what did you ask? You said something like, you asked me something yesterday that made me really laugh. Where it was like, excuse me, if you weren't planning it for us, would I have booked all the things that you booked?
I guess I just was like, did I overdo it? Was my question.
Yeah, and my answer was, it was kind of like no, but yes. No, that I probably wouldn't have booked all those things. I probably would have done like 3/4 or a half. But I also know sometimes when we get out and we're like in travel mode like this, especially in places we don't know, and we like wake up with nothing on the itinerary, it's sort of like we're paralyzed by indecision. Where it's like, what should we do? We know we want to do something and we can't decide on something, or we have this thing where we like worry about being inefficient.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And so if we're given too much time to just be like, well, we just go get breakfast and then we can go check something out and then we'll just walk around and then we'll have lunch. We're both like, but we have to get to the best place. We have to see all the things. And so I know how we can be that way. And so that's why I like full support when you were asking me about things, my honest like default was just like, yeah, book it.
I think,
Yeah, book it.
I mean, it's also like the way we, when we do these types of itineraries, what we try to do is like we have maybe one planned thing over the day, like we're doing this thing, and then the rest of the day it's sort of like, here's some suggested activities. If we get to it, great. If we don't, but then it's also nice because like if we have a time where we're like, well, we don't have anywhere we have to be, what's left that we haven't done, at least it's all written somewhere that you could be like, oh right, we could go do that.
Yes, it's all written in Amanda's massive spreadsheet.
It's, you know, I like a spreadsheet,
and
I am who I am.
I do want to just point out, Amanda did virtually 100% of this, but my 2 contributions. 1, I found a tour recommendation from my coworker who is from Italy, and I booked that tour.
Oh my gosh, it's a wine tasting, lunch, and a winery tour. Never would have thought to do
Pompeii.
that, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, in Pompeii, which will be really cool after our tour of Pompeii.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, my other contribution, which I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, I added the weather to each day of our itinerary.
Well, it's funny because you did screenshots of the weather. I probably would have done links to the weather for each city because you're going to have to go in and change those screenshots.
I am, but I didn't want to have to, like, I like it all being there.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going to print it out, I want the weather there. I don't want to have to, like, a link to it. It's not going to help me.
There is actually something that you will do for us on this trip that I will appreciate immensely because it stresses me out to have to do
Does
it.
it make us get gelato every day?
No, not that, but like you already downloaded the taxi app and like your
yes.
phone is the one that's going to have like the service on it and all that. So you'll sort of like navigate for us,
And you
which
love that.
I love that. I don't want to do that.
Okay, awesome. Well, I love that. And one thing that'll make it super easy, humble brag, I got an iPhone 17.
Yeah.
I'm on it right now. Do I look like crisp and clean? And
We did have a little photo shoot yesterday because the camera on it's so good.
it's so good. It's so satisfying. So we're really excited for that. I do want to warn our listeners and our watchers out there that we will be taking those 2 weeks while we were in Italy off from this podcast. So, we discussed it. I think your assumption was that we were going to like backlog a few episodes to be able to post while we're gone. But I want a vacation.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have to be like worrying about posting it or scheduling it for me.
Oh, I didn't know if it just like you could schedule it and it just goes before we go and you don't have to do anything.
Well, I could do that with the podcast, but I couldn't do that with our clips and promotions and all that. And so,
No.
and also it'd be a lot of work to do 2 weeks worth in the next, or basically 4 weeks worth in the
Listen,
next 2
full
weeks.
support. I think, hey, Sandy, you could just talk to us.
That was
Our
to my
one
mom,
listener.
who you're convinced is the only person who's listening. No, people are listening, or I mean, I hope they're watching the clips. Okay.
We have a couple of our very dear friends have texted us after each episode with like a little clip, like, clip from it, and that's been very kind. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Hopefully we're still having fun, and that's what we're doing it for. So as long as that's the case, we'll keep doing it. But we won't be doing it from Italy.
Correct.
I do think though that the episode when we get back will be like about travel, I would assume.
Yeah.
We'll recap the trip and maybe whatever else comes up. So
Wait,
something
I
look
have
forward
to tell you, that reminds me, we have to tell you this because we might have some too. We don't really do this. But, okay, my parents are going on a cruise? They're going on a cruise to Greece, and they leave I think they leave next week. So we're going to overlap a little bit in the med. But anyway, they originally were going on this cruise, and then they mentioned it to a couple of friends, and now they have 14 people going. Not all of whom travel together. This is just like their group of friends from home.
Wild.
I told my mom, I said, Mom, you have to write down any drama that happens, and then you have to tell me about it.
Oh, yeah, because you're not going to be...
And she's like, no, that's not going to happen. I was like, Debbie, you know how hard it is to travel with people, and like some people are travel anxious, some
Yeah.
people get into tips. I was like, I can't wait to hear the stories about the drama these little old ladies get into.
Little old ladies, they're not old. Okay, but I will say one thing about that. Your mom thinking that there's not going to be drama is hilarious.
Oh, God.
Because your mom probably doesn't even think of it as drama. She just talks so much behind people's backs. She likes to gossip. She doesn't think of gossip as drama.
I know,
I'm
but
guessing.
it's so funny. And like, I don't think the drama will come from my parents.
No, they're easy.
Or like their core group. But like, again,
They also travel a lot.
there are a lot of people traveling with them who like I don't think they've had experiences like in long settings like this.
Yeah.
And like you know what it is, like some people maybe some people really don't travel well. And like or like, they want to do a thing and
I also don't even know if it'll have anything to do with traveling. It'll just be like being in close quarters with people that you're not that close to all the time for a week.
I do think it is helpful that they're going to be on a cruise because you can
have
sort
some
of like
freedom.
come go do your own thing if you're with people or you're not.
There's still going to be something.
There's going to be something, and I cannot wait to
want the
hear
tea.
about it.
I want the Mediterranean tea.
That doesn't really
It's
happen
going to be
to
Real
us.
Housewives med.
I don't think we don't usually argue really at all when we travel. We're pretty compatible. I think the only thing we would ever like get into a tiff about is just like it would be because we're both tired.
Yeah, or I get hungry,
Well,
which should not be an issue in Italy. That
Yeah.
would be the one.
well, and sometimes like you mentioned the like paralyzed by indecision thing, like that can make us irritable of like, well, I don't know, what do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want to do? And I think you over the years have sort of taken a like, if I've written all of our options down, here are our options, you need to choose.
Yeah.
And you're usually pretty comfortable with that, and I am more than comfortable with that. So just be like, whatever you want to do, you say it, we go.
Okay.
And if I have a strong opinion about something, I will voice it.
See, this is how you prep for a vacation right now, is you get those, well, I don't know when we started doing this, probably 2 years ago when we go on, even shorter trips, we kind of say like, what are you hoping for? What are your goals? And like getting on the same page before you go. But very excited.
Well, what are your goals? Do you have a goal? I have one.
Okay, what was your goal?
My goal is to drink an Aperol Spritz at overlooking a cliffside view.
That feels more of like a checklist than a goal. I
Yeah,
feel like easily
that's a
we're
goal.
gonna
That's the
check
only
it.
goal I have.
It's gonna happen. I think my goal is to like truly be present as much as I can. Like
that's
really, yeah. What?
That's nice. Mine was just getting drunk.
Yeah. I really want to be present and not like worried about, any of my jobs, any of my other life. Just be like there, enjoy it, be with you, and just like, immerse myself in the culture and the food. I want to have really good tiramisu. If we can get to a checklist, if I do a checklist like you, is I want to have really good tiramisu and really good gelato, and really good pizza and really good pasta. I want to eat everything.
And eat your face off.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my face off, and we're gonna walk our faces off.
Love that too.
So it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
One other bit of dilly-dally before we get into our main ep is that I just wanted to say how we have started softball back up and how much fun it is. We played a doubleheader this morning. Last week we had our first game back.
Yeah.
Just a game. And it's just been so fun.
We're 3-0.
We are 3-0, which is crazy because our team historically is the team that has fun. We're the team that's out there for a good time, not a winning time. And we've been playing really well.
Yeah.
And I feel like in large part, Amanda, you have back-to-back home runs both weekends.
Thanks.
Both.
You had like 2 today.
Yeah. I
Three?
had
Three.
3 home runs today. Well, one of them though, Amanda and I like to keep track. One of my home runs was an error.
No, we talked about this in the car. It was a double, but it got by the woman, and
then
so
I got
it hit
home.
home
Yeah.
run.
So 2 home runs and then a 8. But yeah. So really fun to play softball with you. It's just really fun to be out there. And today we also brought out Finn. The weather was beautiful, and it's just so fun to be back in season. And it's a game. I don't know. I play a lot of basketball. Everybody knows, but playing softball with you is really special.
I know, I really enjoy it. It's fun.
And it helps that we're good.
I also really like our teammates. They're so fun.
Yes. I was going to say, our team may not always be good. We always have fun. And you and I always play pretty well, I would say. Anyway, okay, let's get into the episode.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Enough dilly-dallying.
Yeah, did you have any more? I don't want to take away your opportunity to
I'm good.
dilly-dally. Okay.
Oh, wait, I have one more.
A dilly-dally.
It's a dilly-dally, but it's quick.
Oh.
Currently, Dodgers in the postseason. Let's go Dodgers. Back-to-back World Series. Let's go.
That's a good dilly-dally.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Dodger jersey for this episode if you're watching on YouTube. Okay, today, household quirks that grind our grits. That's
Grind our grits.
That's not part of the title, but we're talking about the stuff living together as a couple that really just you're not always going to be simpatico, okay? You're going to have things where you butt heads, where you don't agree. I think the best example I can think of that's not already on our list is what I like to call the threshold for clean.
Oh.
The cleanliness threshold.
Yeah.
Which is instinctually, as soon as you start cohabitating with someone, somebody has a different threshold for how dirty things can be, right? Or for how much dust can collect, for how high the trash can get before it needs to be taken out. Mm-hmm. Everyone's threshold is different. And once you get in, this could be true for a roommate or in a relationship, any kind of living situation, where once you get together, you have to kind of agree on a mutual cleanliness threshold, because otherwise it's going to get petty and bitter real quick.
Yep. It's like, you never take the trash out.
Right. And it could simply be the person being like, well, it didn't seem like it needed to be out yet. Like that, if my threshold hits before yours and you feel like I'm never taking it out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen, by the way, because Kaycee's threshold is 12 hours before mine. And so I had to learn, I had to learn what your threshold was and be able to respond to it, even though in my mind, sometimes what I actually learned to do is be like, hey, I can tell that we need to vacuum. Don't do it. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
That's a good call.
I just
That's a
need
good
to
point.
say it out loud so that you don't feel like you need to do it even though we've reached your threshold, but I'm planning to.
Yeah. Well, and that one's a big one because we've always had dogs who are floofy. And so the fluff, back in the day with Colby, his fluff, we were just called tumbleweeds because they were little tan drifts of floof.
And they would just roll across the floor.
Yeah. We're making it sound like we're really dirty, but.
No, he was just a fluffy dog.
Yeah. So, but actually once I'm like, you guys probably, if you have been a fan of mine for any amount of time, I used to do this show called Clean Comic where I'm a comedian, I'm cleaning. I would clean different things and do it on a little vlog type episode. But although that did for a long time confuse people and they thought I was a clean comic.
Oh, like your comedy was clean?
Yeah, which it's mostly, but
Yeah.
it's not, that's not my slogan or my brand. And so when people are like, oh, clean comic, I was like, I can't keep doing this. But anyway, because I've always been this person, and one of the early, I feel like one of the biggest purchases I made early on around the house was you let me buy a Dyson vacuum.
Uh-huh. I remember that. You were so excited.
Oh, Dana is amazing. That's her name.
Forgot
She's
she
still
had
great. How long have we had that thing now?
A long time, and it's also clear that she's old because the battery, you can
How dare you?
You can vacuum the house.
Oh.
It will die if you try to also include couches and or rugs.
It will also die fast now if you try to put it on the Supermax suction. It used to do the Supermax suction. It could do it for 15 or 20 minutes before the battery would die. Now it's about 45 seconds.
Yep.
So we don't even turn it on.
Yep.
But it's still a good vacuum. It's still
It's a great vacuum.
Yeah.
It helps with all the dog hair.
Yeah. So it's not quite as much of a chore as it used to be, but with the Dyson. But anyway, that's the kind of thing we're talking about. And I feel like I think everybody can relate to these. I want to hear people's, as they're listening to this episode, what do we, not hit on that you deal with all the time? But we're going to run through ours.
Okay, let's do it.
So we teased this in the beginning, the old thermostat battle. Who runs cold? Who runs hot? For the record, I didn't think I ran cold.
I didn't think I ran hot. Well, also it's weird because it's like during the day, I feel like we're pretty, like,
We're fine.
like we're not, nobody's like walking around behind the other, like sneaking in and like tapping up the thermostat. It's at night that we have the wars.
Yeah, but and even then, we don't really have wars. Amanda likes it frigid when she sleeps.
When I go to a hotel and I'm by myself and I tap it all the way down.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's not so much a compromise as it me just dealing with it. Because, and to your point, I can layer. So I often sleep in like little sleep pants and, we'll put an extra blanket on the bed for me or whatever. And Amanda is just over there like friggin' roasting me out.
Well, okay, because we pay for our own electricity, we keep it at a normal temperature, but then we also have a ceiling fan, and I have a little fan by the bed.
That's true. I forgot about your little fan.
Just because I need like air flowing across my face.
But what's crazy is this woman wants a fan on when it's like dead of winter.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly it's LA, so it's like maybe 40s or 50s. But like, it's winter, it's cold inside, she needs the fan running.
Yeah.
And it's bananas to me.
I need air movement.
Yeah. And I guess we have started a compromise, because if you had your druthers, you would have that thing cranked all the way up.
All the way up, all the time.
And I'm like, it dries out my face. I cannot do this. I like the sound, and I can handle some like movement of air.
You see, okay, you'll see
But I
Kaycee.
can't have it all the way to the back.
Kaycee's got on pants, a long sleeve shirt. She's under the sheet, the blanket, and the comforter. And then I'm over here. I have on
fully under, like
fully
arms
under.
too.
I probably don't have pants on. I have a tank top. I'm just under the sheet.
Yes. It's like we look like we're going to sleep in two different climates.
Yes.
It's what's happening. But
Thank you for compromising for me.
yeah, I was gonna say, but I guess it's gotten into because I've even found like when I travel alone, I do like it a little colder in the room. Like as long as I'm in the bed.
Yeah.
And I can get warm, I do like it a little bit
Well, I think
colder.
that's the difference too. Like my office right now is freezing. Like if I'm inside, I don't want to be cold unless I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah. It is funny. But I feel like during the day we have a pretty good system down in that, like, we're not like, also it helps that our like thermostat is all run by your phone.
Yeah.
I don't even have the app on my phone.
No?
No. So you just run it.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
just
set
like,
the
it is
vacation
whatever it
modes
is.
and-
I think I've went over to it and tapped it. We've lived here 4 years. I've maybe tapped it a dozen times. when you're out of town or something, and I'm like, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, very rarely. So yeah, luckily I think you'll find a theme through this episode is going to be compromise, communication, and all that. But another fun one is dishwasher, the old dishwasher.
Oh my God.
This wrote it down as the dishwasher wars, but I guess you just called it the thermostat wars. I feel like the dishwasher, this is on me. I have some loading preferences, and I come by it honestly, okay?
Listen, I have tried to load the dishwasher at your mother's house. You got it from your mama.
And here's the thing, I want to defend her and myself. Because it's not that we're particular about, listen, let me finish. You're interrupting Sandra motherfucking Smith right now. If you interrupt me. It's not, I don't mind coming back and fixing what you've done. Because I'm not fixing it because I'm like particular about the way it's stacked. I want it to get cleaned. And I know how it needs to be stacked to enhance the cleaning capabilities of the dishwasher.
Uh-huh.
So if I see that you've put a bowl too close to another bowl and that water can't get inside in between, I know that bowl's not going to be washed, and so I'll switch it for you.
So switch it for me. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I have a style preference.
Yep.
And what generally happens is when Amanda does not abide, I'll just fix it.
Yep.
I just go behind and change it. And I often wonder, I'm like, how much of this is she noticing that I'm changing?
Probably none.
Yeah. You don't care, because it's like once it's in there, you're like over it.
I don't care.
Come in there behind you and fix it. Also, I do love to ask this, not how we do it currently,
Okay.
but if you were just like on your own, not as us as a couple, how do you put in the silverware into the dishwasher? Like, how do you
the
put it?
intention is for silverware to go up.
So like the tines of the forks.
Yeah, up. So they get clean. That's like what my mind says. I don't know if that's actually right.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
But knives,
Down.
down.
Because nobody gets poked.
Nobody gets poked. Yeah, that's how I do it too. I will make exceptions for butter knives though.
Yes, that one I specifically will make an exception on because usually it's got peanut butter in it from the dog, and I want to make sure peanut butter gets off.
Yeah.
But I also don't know if that's my instinctual thing or if I like pick that up from you.
You don't know where your like individuality ends and it.
Listen, we've been together a really long time. We've covered that. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's more than fair. It's hard to ask a question like that. Like if we weren't together, like, well, that's all I know.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't lived by myself without you since 2012. So I don't.
You know what's something wild about that? That now you just said that? I've never lived alone.
Ever? Yeah, I guess you didn't. Wow, weird.
I've always had roommates.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. Like when I first graduated from college, I moved down to West Palm. I moved in with someone and had a roommate there too.
I was lucky enough that I had a little over a year in Raleigh that I lived by myself. And then when I first moved out here, a little bit of time, but not because I could afford to live alone, just because like the people who were renting the place to me hadn't filled the other room yet.
How was it living by yourself?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was just me and the dog.
Yeah.
Bopping around.
See, now what's interesting is as of late, you don't travel quite as much as you used to, but there have been times and periods of jobs where you've traveled a ton.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've had little, you could say like bursts of living alone. I mean, I know it's not technically, but I'll be alone for some spurts while you're traveling. And the biggest difference, even while you've been working in an office now, the one thing that I really do enjoy doing when you're not here is I leave my dishes in the sink.
I'm so glad I'm not here to say that. It would drive me bonkers. I hate
know,
when you do that.
Because in my mind, it's like it's the same amount of dishes, but I can just do them all in one. So like Amanda would have it. I have my whatever protein shake or yogurt in the morning. I do the dish and put it away. I come back for lunch. I eat whatever, cook. I do the dishes. I put them away. I come back in my afternoon. I might have a snack or some chips or something. I do the dishes. I put them away. When you're gone, they just wait for me and I do them all right before you get home. I do them all like after the last snack. Sometimes it's after lunch just to be sure in case you get home. But yeah, I've been living it up like a bachelor.
You guys, if you're not watching this, you can't see, but I'm just watching her in horror. So glad I'm not here for this.
Yeah, talk about your pet peeves. If you think mine with the loading the
I
dishwasher.
have two major pet peeves, and blessedly, you have learned to adapt, and you do not do them.
Yeah, that's one of them.
One you don't do mostly. One you still kind of do because it's your.
Wait, I think I'm really good about both.
Better. Okay, so one is leaving dishes in the sink. I'm
sitting here talking about only doing it when you're gone.
Okay.
Because I know it drives you crazy, so I do not do it when you are here.
And I appreciate that. I hate...
On the rare circumstance, like, this is like the vacuuming thing you just mentioned. On the rare circumstance, I'm like going to work and I'm like, I have to get out the door. I'll like yell back at her like, sorry, I'll do them when I get home. And I'll leave like my cup or something in there.
I hate dishes being left in the sink. I don't know why. I hate it. It just grosses me out. So that's one. And then the other one is...
Would you rather a dish left in like the living room?
No.
Or like a cup in the living room?
No,
or a cup
you're
in
a
the
grown
sink?
up. Pick up your dish and put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah,
It takes 30 seconds.
But the way you hate them in the sink, would you rather me just like leave? Is it the same? Or
Actually, that's maybe more annoying.
Leaving it out like out in the living room somewhere? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe there's a workaround to this.
Like, okay, you know, like when you have people over to your house or when you go to someone's house and like you're like eating and you're drinking or whatever, I will never go to someone's house and not take whatever dishes I have used and put them in their kitchen.
Yeah.
When people come to our house and they just like, you know, they'll leave bowls or glasses around, I'm just like, I don't understand. Pick it. I'll clean it, but pick it up, put it on the sink.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, that's just like probably, I don't know if that's like manners and politeness and the way you were raised, or if it's also a comfortability with like people that come over to our house.
I mean, maybe.
I don't really mind because I'm like the host that's like, just feel comfortable. We're gonna clean furiously as soon as you leave.
I also can
like
recognize
reset.
that it's probably because this is a pet peeve of mine, and so if I'm at someone else's house, I can't do to them what I hate.
Yeah. Wait, you got to get into your other pet peeve now.
Okay, the other
leaving
one.
people on the edge of their seats.
The other one is.
Or I should say, leaving them in the dark.
You've just given it away.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
I hate when you leave lights on in rooms that you're not in.
It's a valid pet peeve. I will give you that.
Kaycee has a tendency.
No, What?
Your natural instinct is to turn lights on as you move throughout the house.
Because I'm gonna come back through them.
Are you?
I always plan to then return and
So
turn them off.
if you were to leave Kaycee to her own devices, she would walk in the front door, she would flip on the hallway light, she'd flip on the kitchen light, she'd flip on the light to the stairs, and then she'd flip on the light to the bedroom. And then if she was going to the closet and or the bathroom, all those would be on too. So you'd come in the house and it'd be like literally
Trail of light.
Trail of light. There is no darkness in the house. And it drives me crazy. I'm just like, if you're not going to be in a room, just flip the light off when you leave.
But here's the thing. In my mind, when that happens, I'm going through the hallway. I'm going up the stairs. I'm going into the bedroom. I'm going to the closet. I'm changing clothes. I'm going to then return back down that way. And on my way out of all those places, the lights get...
So you say, except that you don't.
That's
you just come back here and you sit down on the couch and now I'm like, you left them all on. Okay, not even early. For many, many years, every time Kaycee would do this, I would just sort of like sing under my breath, every light in the house is on.
Right, and I would hear this and I was just like, what a little trolley song she would sing to me that like she doesn't like it when I leave lights on. And I just heard it as like Amanda's little made up song, like the way we make up songs for Finn.
And then one time, should I cue the song? Oh no, my phone's here.
Hooked up.
At one time, we first moved into this house in LA, and I was sitting on the couch in the living room, and she had done that. And Kaycee came down the stairs, and as she came down the stairs, I had pulled up Spotify and hit play on a 90s country song called "Every Light in the House Is On," and
Which I
didn't know it was a song.
Had no idea.
So she just like heard it, realized it, and then hit the ground laughing.
You had sung that to me so many times to like tease me or heckle me or whatever for this habit, and I knew, but I had just thought it was Manus like teasing me. And then when I heard like a professional country singer, by the way, what a lyric! What a weird lyric, because like what? And she had it all queued up perfectly. So I came down the stairs and it was like, I mean, it's like every light in the house is on, and it's him singing about.
He's singing because it's like when you leave the porch light on for someone to come back home. He's saying he wants her to come back home so badly he's gonna leave every light in the house on.
Yeah, so it's not about his pet peeve.
No, but it works.
But yeah, you played that, and all of a sudden it all clicked for me that you had been trolling me with an actual song, and that you had queued it up to hit me again. And I could not stop laughing. It was so funny. Yeah, it was good. It was an impressive bit of handiwork there.
Thank you. So when you post a clip this week, you should have that be the song underneath.
Yes, I'll put that. I might post this as the clip. Yeah, too good. Love that story. But yeah, so one of the questions on a rundown here is which one of us is like the electric bill police, like the one that's worried about the bill going up. And I have to say, I think neither of us are too, like, I guess the word's anal retentive or whatever. Neither of us are too crazy about that, but I'm definitely a little more so.
Yeah, the lights thing is not a bill thing. It's just like I hate overhead light.
Yes.
Thing.
Oh yeah, even if we're in the room, in the living room, it's like lamps.
Yeah,
not
I don't
the
like
light.
overhead light.
That's another thing I do when you're out of town. I'm like, I don't mind a light. Like I'll just leave the kitchen light on and watch TV with that. But yeah, this electric bill police thing, I would say I'm maybe slightly more like I want to close the blinds when it's like when the sun's coming like directly in. I'll like, can we just tilt them so it's like we get the light but we don't get the heat, or nobody's in this room, we don't need the fan running. Gotta
keep it cool, you know.
No, that is a misconception, and I know I've explained this to you before. The fans cool people, they don't cool rooms.
I know.
If you could look it up, guys, if you didn't already know.
I remember the first time you told me that, I don't know, it was years ago now, when you told me that in the different seasons you changed the direction of the fan.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah.
Mind blown.
Yes. That a lot of people don't even know that can happen. I think we don't really do it most of the time, but
well, we don't really need to here, but
no. But yeah, I'm like the one that's a little bit more cognizant, I would say, of like, let's have the air go up during the day or whatever, or it's a hot month, but at the same time I don't want to be sitting here sweating during the day, so it's not like that. But I would say I'm a little bit more of a freak?
No, not a freak.
Cognizant of it.
Yes.
Okay, so then other household quirks that we have. I feel like we split our chores pretty well and like all of the things. I think we do a good job of it, but I wanted to point out like the laundry. It's really funny the way we split things up. A lot of times it just happens to like whoever's available to do it, whoever can do it, will do it start to finish with some help sometimes. But I know if we're both available, Amanda hates sorting.
Yeah,
Which I don't mind. So
Yeah.
I'll sort the clothes. I usually like bring them downstairs and I'll sort them for us, because I don't mind. What I don't like doing is folding.
I don't love folding, but I have over the years learned to just like listening to a podcast or doing it when I'm on the phone. Like if I'm in a meeting.
Yeah.
So good. I will fold clothes all day long.
Yeah. But the thing I hate the most about laundry is just the switching over. And then because we have so much stuff they have to pull out to like hang dry, that's very annoying. And what even beyond not liking it, I am not good at remembering. So like I'll start laundry at like 7 a.m. before work and be like, yeah. And then it's not done until 4 because it'll take me an hour to remember to flip it. And then I'll be I'm just terrible. You start laundry and you're done in like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, how does she do this?
Because I can hear when it stops. And
Yeah, no, it's over. I have to set a reminder on my phone or I will forget.
well, that's also because you're not great at multitasking.
Maybe true. But if I set an alarm, it will help. But yeah, I can't crank through it like you do. It's incredible.
Thanks. I feel like we do a pretty good job of like, again, your cleanliness threshold. And so like, you'll if you see something, you'll vacuum the house really fast, or you'll like wipe the bathrooms down and think of it. But like then I usually handle mostly the laundry. I do most of the cleaning. I'm into cooking.
Yes.
And we split dog chores for the most part.
Yep. I will say I was never a bed maker.
I make the bed
Before
most
you.
days.
But-
you will do it, but usually I'll get to it before you
Yeah,
do.
you just get up there first these days. But it used to be a little more split. And
Yeah.
the truth is, I would never do it.
Oh, you do that for me?
Yes.
That's okay.
I never made my bed.
The day doesn't start until your bed's made. Like, I cannot leave the house with it unmade.
I think I would tidy it.
My
maybe.
mother
Yeah.
through,
I would,
has it through and through.
Yeah, I don't. When you are gone, I just kind of pull it up, move on.
That means, like, there's, like, dog hair on the sheets and stuff.
There's dog hair on the sheets anyway. What are you talking about? That's why you wash the sheets.
No, bed has to be made. You can't leave the house.
That's the thing I do for you. And then, do we have any bathroom quirks? Oh yes.
What?
You forget it because you've trained me.
What?
The seat goes down. The toilet lid must go
God,
down.
so gross. Okay, if
So
you
wait,
don't...
the seat's down obviously where it's 2 women household. The seat's always down, but the lid.
Yes. So for anybody who doesn't know this, you shut the lid because when if you don't, when you flush, little particles fly up in the air, and then like if your toothbrush is there, then your toothbrush has like urine or feces particles on it.
Yes, and I feel like maybe all it took was you telling me this to get me on board with it.
I saw a video one time, I think like in science class, where they did like blue light around to like show, and they turned off all the lights and did the like blue light thing, and so when they flushed, you could see it go up in the air, and I was like, well, I'll never do that again.
Yes, and then you had to, of course, poison me with this knowledge that now I also do it. And I actually, it's funny because I find myself, I do it at restaurants when I'm out. I'll do it, or like if they have one, obviously. I'll do it at friends' houses. I do it everywhere all the time.
Just have it.
When you start to do it that much, you realize how little people do it. Because you'll walk into like a bathroom, it's the toilet, the lid's up. And you're like, whoa. Not the seat. The seat is different.
Yeah, correct.
It's a whole different argument.
Yeah.
That we, as gay people, do not have.
No.
And it's brutal.
Never worried about falling in the middle of the night in this house.
Never worried about that. You also don't. Also, I think one really nice thing, and I guess I've never. What? Did you ever fall in? Oh! You have to tell this story. I just realized what you were about to tell.
Go ahead. I need a minute.
We haven't even told it yet.
Go ahead.
I'll set it up, but then you gotta take over. This is such a quirk. Middle of the night peas. I don't know, I've adapted this habit that when you pee, you wipe, you flip the toilet paper into the toilet, shut the lid, flush. That's everybody's routine. I'm not saying anything. There's nothing new in this sentence. what I have found is that I'm not batting 1,000%. I'm not batting 1,000 at my toss of the toilet paper into the bowl. Like sometimes I'll wake up the next morning and I'll see it around the bowl on the floor, and I'm
Okay,
like,
listen, you're really dragging it out here. What really happens most of the time is that it lands on the seat. And
which,
then
by the way, it has to take, like, that's a
and then-
special skill.
And then you close the lid on it. And so then in the middle of the night, it's dark, I lift the lid, I go to sit down, and all of a sudden I've sat on your pee rag. And yeah, it's not a great feeling at 3 o'clock in the morning in the dark.
How many times has it happened?
I mean, at least a dozen.
Oh, that many?
A lot. I don't always tell you.
No, but the last time I think you told me a few months ago, you're like teary-eyed. You
know.
told me, and you kind of were like, I've had it. I need you to make sure it goes in the toilet. And I have been more diligent. Has it been a while, I hope?
I don't know. Probably. I guess since I can't remember the last time, probably.
So gross.
So gross. It's just like something you don't expect at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know? You're like,
That was really funny. That one wasn't on the rundown.
No. That's just,
that really
you
tickled
know,
me.
you start talking about bathroom quirks and then...
That's definitely one of them.
Anyway.
That is definitely one of them.
Well, should we talk about how we manage and how we came to these, like, compromises before we wrap it up here?
Did you want to talk about your mattress preference, though?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's just like another compromise thing of like, much like with who runs hot, who runs cold, whatever, like inevitably in a relationship, you have one person who likes a hard mattress and one person who likes a soft mattress. And so you either have enough money to buy a sleep number or...
That's our goal. That's our goal for next time.
Correct. Or somebody has to compromise. And in our house, we have a hard mattress and I don't love it. And
I really don't think of it as hard.
it's hard. And then the guest room bed, though, has this like really lovely pillow topper. And so sometimes if I just like can't hang with the hard mattress, I go sleep in there.
I want to point out that this is skewed based on your preference because you prefer
Yes.
a really, really soft one.
Correct.
It's not that I want a firm one. I just like it more firm than you.
Correct.
And so, because when I lay on our mattress and I lay on a hard mattress, I don't want a hard. I don't like a firm mattress. But,
But
I
that's
just
what I
it
mean.
a
Like
little
we had
more
just sort of
firm.
gravitated toward the more firm
Yeah.
to satisfy your need, and that's fine. And sometimes I'll go sleep in the other room.
Yeah. But our game plan is twofold, and that is one, we would love to get a sleep number next
One
time,
day.
one day. But then also, when I sleep in the guest room, I'm fine, and so I think we can get a little softer next time
Maybe.
if we can't go
That
full.
would be lovely.
If we can't go full number.
You know what would be nice is if you could just, if they made those little mattress pads and it was just half the bed, but then inevitably there would be like a canyon.
Yes.
You'd fall off the cliff.
Yes. Very, very true. But anyway, yes, I think as you're seeing how we manage through this, as much as we laugh, we are laughing through it and, and making fun of each other's quirks for sure. And
And picking your battles of like what is really something you need to bring up. And if you do need to bring it up in a way that's like you're not mad about it at the moment.
Yeah.
And you can like have thought about how you want to deliver it that's not like gonna make them defensive. It's like
cue up a song on Spotify, for
That.
example. Yeah, I think that the key, I guess, here is on both sides. On one end, being open to like the criticism and listening and like understanding like, I love you, this bugs you. There's no reason for me to do this when I know it bugs you, right? And it's like,
Same.
it's not like I'm really even going out of my way. It's not a big deal. And I would rather you not be irritated.
And like the fact that, I mean, I might not get it right every time.
Yep.
Like it'll take me a while to break whatever habit I do that is irritating to you, but like I'm cognizant of it and then I can be like, oh crap, I forgot, I'm so sorry. And
Yes, it's just the effort,
Yeah.
really and truly. And like you're saying, I think on the flip side, the way you approach it, where it's not like a yelling or nagging or being whatever, it's just like, hey, I know this is my thing, but this bugs me.
would you mind being more
Yes.
mindful of,
Yes, totally. It's all about the tact. And then, of course, there's always the just secretly redoing each other's work, like when I fix the dishwasher. Yeah, I feel like the whole thing is that they're like, I don't know, in summary, these little small annoyances and these things that happen, it's just like part of living together and being together for as long as you have. And it's proof that you have like a successful relationship and you like love each other, and you're living together, and that's part of life.
That's true. Can I just tell you something that should make you feel better about going behind me in the dishwasher?
Yeah.
There are many days in which I go behind you and fix the bed. Because I don't love the way you made it.
I have thought to myself sometimes when I make it, I'm like, I wonder if she's gonna fix that. Well, I don't know how she likes it sometimes. I'm like, she has, it's mostly the blanket, isn't it? The blanket on the top. That you
Not
like
even. I just like everything to be like symmetrical and look neat. And like sometimes, like if like the comforter is like wonky,
like one side,
like
lower
hanging
than
to the
other
floor,
side.
yeah, I'll go in and fix it. Or if there's wrinkles on the top.
See, there you
I
go.
know.
There you have
It's
it.
a, personal thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't ask you to do it. I'll just do it.
All right, so okay, I want to hear everybody else's household quirks. DM me at Kaycee Conlee. Tell me what you're working with out there. Maybe we'll share them in the future episode. Maybe we'll share them in the next Dilly Dally.
Oh, fun.
Maybe it can be a Dilly Dally. Okay, well.
Is it time? It's time. It's time for What's More Gay.
Does it have the same ring?
Is correct. So I don't.
So it rung to you. That's all that
Runs
matters.
to me. Okay, 2 options.
Okay.
1 winner. 0 heterosexuals.
Well played.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, this week's matchup. Wearing a carabiner keychain
Oh gosh, that's very gay.
or
How are you gonna top that?
checking your astrology compatibility before you agree to a second date.
Oh God. Oh God.
What's more gay?
Those are both very gay. I know we're not big astrology lesbians, but I also know that that's like a huge thing in our community. And I actually feel sometimes like it's where I fall short.
It's a big
As
thing
a
in the
lesbian?
gay community in general.
Yeah.
Lesbians definitely, but men too.
Gay men too?
Yeah.
Okay, but here's how I'm gonna decide. And this is because I think straight women really like astrology too.
Do they?
And I think they're checking their dudes on for the second date to see if they're compatible. So I'm gonna pick carabiner because that is through and through Ring of Keys style gay. Okay, that is a ring of keys, however it goes. So I gotta go carabiner.
Okay. All right. Let's hear what everybody says.
Yeah. Do you not want to vote? No, you have to vote.
Oh, well, I think it's definitely the carabiner.
Yes. Definitely.
I mean, they're both pretty gay. Because, well, here's the thing about it. Like, yes, you're right that straight women also like astrology, but it is a lesbian that will be like, what's your, moon rising,
yeah.
your sun rising, what
Valid.
time were you, like, they want to go deep into your whole chart.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So.
And admittedly, as much as I don't like study it or whatever, I do kind of enjoy it when they're like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Tell me about me."
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. All right. Well, vote in my Instagram story at Kaycee Conlee. You guys got to help us figure it out. It seems like this one might be overwhelmingly carabiner. I guess we'll find out what these astrology gays think.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week, and then we're off to Italy after that. So you guys got one more episode before our trip. And thanks for watching or listening or whatever you're doing out there. We appreciate you.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Bye.